Hello, everybody. Welcome back to This Week in Victoria, brought to you by Fresh Media Works. Today is Wednesday, August 19th, 2026. This is the show where each week we give you a rundown of all the happenings right here in the Crossroads area. We will be back with that right after this message.
Have you ever thought about doing your own podcast? It is the absolute best way to grow your brand, spread your message, and build your following. Fresh Media Works can help. We do all the heavy lifting, and you just focus on your message. To find out how easy we can make launching your new podcast, call 713-269-4620 or check us out at freshmediaworks.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Join me this week with me and my co-host, that is not Kim, Chris Daly. How are you doing, Chris?
I am doing great. I tell you, I've had a break from the show. I'm excited to be back, and I'm excited to work with you here a little bit.
Awesome. So tell us what is going on with you this week in Victoria.
Gosh, so much. Well, we just did, and this is old news, so it's not this week, but we just did the America 250 thing, and I don't know if anybody saw that, but basically the LDS Church is donating 250 18-wheelers full of food to 250 different food banks around the country. Victoria was chosen as one, so earlier this week, we went out there, the 18-wheeler pulled up 40,000 pounds of food. Congressman was there, senator was there, the mayor was there, and it was just so cool. And what an honor for Victoria, because Victoria is becoming known as a volunteer city, which is, a great testament to everybody here.
Yes, very much. To the commitment to the community and to each other and to just improving.
Right on. And speaking of commitment to each other, I have to mention Brother Gary, Gary Moses, everybody's friend, everybody's favorite person in the world, and the Brother Gary Project. We are still working away, trying to raise funds for that. And how those funds are going to be used are for scholarships to Victoria College and to Texas A&M Victoria. And, in talking with Brother Gary in his last few days, he stressed, the importance. He loved the idea of a scholarship, but he said, look, it has to be based on community service. So that's going to be the criteria. It's going to be somebody who has a need in the area, but also has a proven record of community service. So I think that is so cool. And that is so Brother Gary, right?
It very much is. And I did not have the privilege of knowing him as well as some people did. But what I did know is right on line with everything I've heard, that he was so generous. Education was very close to his heart, and obviously commitment to the community. So he's part of what's making us a volunteer city.
Definitely. And we took a slight break on the show, and that was in honor of Brother Gary, because he started it with me 15 seasons ago, and
Yeah.
but also, he'd want us to keep doing it because it is a service to the community.
I agree. I'm honored to be part of this legacy.
Nice. So let's do our job. What do we have going on?
So starting right off with our every week events, we have the Victoria Farmers Market that runs Wednesday and Saturday from 9 to 1 in the Patty Dodson Health Center parking lot. A couple of things that are sort of on hiatus also because of summer. The Victoria Public Library has a full slate of programs, story times, craft nights, lots of things. We mention a couple of them later in the show, but I do want to let you know that the children's story times that they normally have are on break for August. So they've worked very hard all summer to keep us informed and entertained. And so they do take that break in August. Victoria College and I'm sure Texas A&M Victoria are both preparing for their fall semesters. And so they have lots of new student events going on. So if you're joining either one of those populations this fall, you would definitely want to check out their websites.
Excellent.
Starting tomorrow, August 20th, We have an exhibit reception. The Texas California Trail Drives by Tom Jones will be featured at the Museum of the Coastal Bend. They're starting that reception with their new exhibit of paintings that trace that cattle drive as part of our history. It's a good chance to see the art and meet the folks before the show settles in for its early run through September. And that, of course, is at the museum.
And I'm guessing that's not the Tom Jones that's a singer.
I don't think he was around for the cattle drives or painting them, so no, probably not.
I love it.
Golden Crescent Workforce Solutions. They have their first responders job fair. Now, they have a lot of job fairs, but this one is for first responders. So it's from 9 to 1 p.m. at the American Legion Post on 1402 East Santa Rosa in Victoria. It's not their usual place. If you're a first responder looking for employment, you do not want to miss this. You do have to be registered for work in Texas. To be considered, they recommend you bring your ID and social security card. It sounds like they might be hiring on the spot, so that's an excellent one if you are looking for that type of position now. Cinema Night at Branch River Park. This is Goliad's outdoor movie night, returning to the park. Bring a chair or a blanket. I can't imagine that you would need a blanket to cover up, but you may want one to sit on. Your bug spray and come settle under the stars, and that is at the Branch River Park in Goliad. Starts at 8 p.m., so from 8 to 10 p.m., that's kind of a late evening, but that's a really great time to sit out and watch a good movie. Jackson County Cares meeting is a community coalition meeting hosted by Jackson County Chamber, and it's open to anyone interested in local outreach efforts. It is at the Chamber office, that's at 116 West Cypress in Edna, from 1 to 2 p.m. And then Beyond the Basics Advanced Project class. This is a day-long quilting workshop for folks looking to build on the basics at Two Chicks Quilting in Edna. Great time to support a small business out that direction. That is 9 to 4 p.m., so that's a full day. It is an advanced workshop, so you'll want to contact them if you're interested in that. Nice. On Friday, third annual bingo night, the West Warrior Football Booster Club is hosting their annual bingo fundraiser at the Club Westerner. Proceeds go to support the football program. Tables and tickets will go through the Booster Club's team store, so you'll want to contact the Booster Club if you would like to be involved in that. The Club Westerner Dance Hall is at 1005 West Constitution, and this is 5 to 10 p.m. We did not find a cost on that, but part of the proceeds of playing bingo is where the fundraiser comes from. We also have, if bingo's not your thing, Succulents and Sundays. Scenic Root and the Green Cow Creamery are teaming up for a night of planting your own ice cream-themed succulent planter, then rewarding yourself with a trip through the Sunday Bar. I'll tell you what, I'll do about anything to get a trip through the Sunday Bar. That sounds good.
Nice.
Nice. That is the local loft at the Green Cow Creamery at 108 North Main, and the cost for that is a flat $30 for the project and also for the Sunday Bar. Want to tell you too, the Theater Victoria season ticket early bird discount. If you've been thinking about season tickets for the 26-27 season, then Friday will be the last day for that early bird discount. You can contact their box office or drop by at 214 North Main before 5:30 p.m. on Thursday to get that discount.
Yeah, I have to mention on the Victoria Theater or Theater Victoria, if you haven't gone to any of their plays, they are amazing. And, it's community theater, it's locals, but man, they're good. And there are people who participate from all over the region. Though, as far as Houston, Wimberley, they'll come to be cast members because it's such a highly rated theater. And, I say, get your season tickets, but if not, find one or two plays that speak to you and try it out because you'll see it's an amazing time.
And all sorts of performances too. It's not just theater. The Performing Arts Center does dance recitals and magic shows and all sorts of great things throughout the season.
Yeah, definitely. And before we end Friday, I want to mention a couple things too.
Okay.
My week starts on Friday this time of year. And And the St. Joseph Flyers will be taking on Shriners St. Paul at Memorial Stadium in Victoria this Friday. Because it's private schools, they're starting a week earlier than the public schools. But if you've been hankering for some football, these are some good teams. So check those out Friday, Memorial Stadium, 7 o'clock. And then also they're speaking of the Leo J. Welder Center for Performing Arts. They has a tribute to Stevie Ray Vaughan on Saturday called Texas Flood, and that one's supposed to be really good.
I can imagine Stevie Ray Vaughan is a favorite of mine, so I think that will be great. That's actually at 7 o'clock on Saturday. You will need tickets for that, so contact their box office to attend that salute to Stevie Ray Vaughan. On Saturday, in addition to our farmers market, if you're up in Cuero, then they have the downtown artisan market on Main and sidewalk sales. So they set up their pavilions with artisan foods, crafts, art, plus sidewalk sales at shops around town. And this is something that they do monthly. It's from 9 to 12 p.m. Just show up and do your shopping and support those local businesses. In Jackson County, we have the Butterfly Bingo Blast. It says, join us for a night of bingo fun, prizes, food, and community love. The cost is $25, and all proceeds go towards Jackson County Cares. That's a nonprofit helping local residents that are fighting cancer. It's at 315 West Main, which I understand is the Jackson County Emergency Services Building. Doors open at 5 p.m. with games starting at 6. You don't need reservations. You can just go. And then the Summer Family Social is a chicken fried dinner and public dance with Nathan Colt Young. The DaCosta Lodge out on Farm to Market 1686 is hosting a chicken fried steak dinner and dance with a silent auction benefiting their scholarship fund. Doors open at 4, meal at 6, and then a dance to follow. And this is very affordable. It is $8 to $30 depending on your options. Nice. So you can get the whole dinner, the dance, and everything, and then kids are free. So it's a family-friendly event.
Very, very cool.
On Sunday, we have one event. I think everybody is taking that weekend off on Sunday to be able to rest after school going back and everything going on. So to that end, Pancakes Plus Planted membership class, that's the C3 Victory Church. They invite anyone who's curious about joining the church to a pancake social right after the service with info on getting involved and serving with their congregation. If that's a place that you've been interested in checking out, this is a great time to do it. They're at 1604 East Crestwood in Victoria, and it begins at 11:30.
Nice. One other Sunday thing. Victoria College fall semester welcome week begins on Sunday because it's another whole semester, and so get over there and help them celebrate their continuing education.
Oh, that sounds like something that would be close to my heart.
Yeah.
On Monday, Healthy South Texas Harvest for Health. This is one of those Victoria Library events. They're hosting a session on container gardening as a way to support better nutrition with guidance for tools for growing your own fruits and vegetables. This one is held at the library, and it is from 5:30 to 6:30. And as with nearly all library events, it is free and gives you a lot of really great information that you can take back and use immediately.
Nice.
Another workforce event, this one is in Edna, and it is job openings and child care assistance for job seekers. They're really just kind of letting you know what's available, and it's on Cypress Street across from the HEB parking lot in Edna from 10 to 1. So this one's not just first responders or any particular field. If you're wondering what the workforce of Golden Crescent can do for you, that is definitely the place to do it if you're in the Edna area. On Tuesday, we have the Citizens Medical Center Healthplex ribbon cutting. The Victoria Chamber celebrates the opening of the Citizens Medical Center Healthplex with a ribbon cutting. This is 9406 Zach Lentz Parkway at 4 to 6 p.m. And I know the Healthplex is there, so I gather this is a sort of reopening if they have revamped. but that is
Yeah, that
an event
confused
we'll get
me.
to the pub
That definitely confused me, but yeah, because it's there and it's great. I'm not sure what they're cutting the ribbons on, but
with.
guarantee it's going to be a good event because that's just what they do there.
Yes, yes. I haven't been, but I've heard great things. I know a
Yeah,
lot of people who really recommend them. The Young Adults Back to School Bash, Faith Family Church is hosting a back to school gathering for young adults. So this is an age group that we don't have a lot of events for. So think college age. They will have praise and worship time, food trucks, and giveaways, and it is there at Faith Family Church on East Mockingbird. Begins at 7 p.m. So that's just a fun time to come and get together with some of your peers before getting serious about college tomorrow. And then Painting with Jasmine is a painting session at the Goliad Senior Citizens Center, 601 West Pearl Street in Goliad from 9 to 10 a.m. And I checked this out online. Painting with Jasmine, she does some adorable things.
nice.
So I don't know what they'll be painting, but it's sure to be a good time. We have another ribbon cutting on Wednesday. The Victoria Chamber marks opening of Victoria College's new Student Success Center with their ribbon cutting. And this one is at the college, 2200 East Red River Street in Victoria from 4:30 to 6 p.m. And the cost is free. And I know those usually include some information about what is going on with the college and some snacks and things like that to see all the cool things that they're doing there. That wraps up our week because this is our first week back and I think the last kind of week of summer. And so that is everything we've got. What else do you have for us?
Well, I tell you, I'm going to mention football a lot this time of year, but if you haven't seen it, check out the Gulf Coast Sports Report. It's something I do with Mike Foreman. Mike Foreman and I have been doing, it started as the Gulf Coast Huddle, where we were doing just football. Now we're doing year round and we're doing all sports in the area. But if you know sports in the Crossroads area, you know Mike Foreman. You can head over to gulfcoastsports.substack.com or just, look at anything that Mike or I post on Facebook or wherever, because they'll always head back to it. We do a podcast every week where we go over what's happening, but we also do a lot of special videos behind the scenes, that kind of stuff. Right now, we're releasing a series of area coach team previews, ones that we shot. And, Stephanie, you were there. You were a big part of that
Yes.
as we interviewed coaches all over the state, but all the regional ones here we're putting out on the Gulf Coast Sports Report.
You and I went to coaching school 2 or 3 weeks ago now, I guess, and I had the opportunity to meet Mike for the first time. He's absolutely wonderful, very helpful, and working all the time. Every time I looked at him, he was typing out a story on the computer if he wasn't interviewing somebody. That was a great time. I met a lot of people and really enjoyed being able to do that, to put a lot of faces with those names.
Yeah.
Those guys are working hard.
Yeah, they definitely are. And, we have such good sports in this area, not just football, but we've got, state champions in football, in softball, in powerlifting, in baseball. We have so many great sports in the area. That is just a great resource, the Gulf Coast Sports Report.
That is. So, yeah, find that on anything from Fresh Media Works or Lone Star Gridiron. If all else fails and you can't find it, call us.
Yeah.
We'll point you in the right direction. Thank you so much, Chris, for joining me today. I want to let everybody know that our format is changing just a little bit. We will have different co-hosts. It might be you. It might be me alone. We want some community members and business owners to be able to join us on the show so we can just tell our stories. We want to be able to get to know the community and them to get to know us and foster those relationships just as Brother Gary would have wanted.
I love that. I love the tie-in with Gary too. And I tell you, the community has answered. They have shown up and they've listened. And I tell you, we've got a huge audience. It's growing all the time. And I have to thank you and on behalf of Stephanie, Gosh, thank you so much for what I consider the greatest gift that you can give, and that's your time, your attention, and hopefully we make it worthy of that.
I hope so. And if I'm not, let me know.
Yeah.
We'll change it.
Sounds good. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you again for joining us today, Chris. Thank you to all of our listeners for sticking with us as we took a little time off. I'm looking forward to getting back out there, and we will see you in Victoria.